Hello everyone. Today we have amazing session inviting our founders of the One More ecosystem who are going to be joining us, sharing their experience together. And also, of course, one of your favorite speakers of the whole series, Pauline Devrel of One More Foundation, going to be joining us so that Pauline going to be interviewing our founders and two founders, David and James from the Polycast team, going to be sharing their journey, like what brings them idea to build into the product, why in one more ecosystem, what kind of challenges and fun they have. So everyone who are around in one more ecosystem thinking about different new opportunity coming up, this is a great time to learn lesson from the team. Just a few steps ahead of you who just finished the hackathons and incubators. So all those experiences going to be helping you out. I can see James is getting ready. Cool. So we have everyone here. So hi, Pauline. Hi, James. Hi, David.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Oh,
Hey
we are
guys.
very excited to have all of you, especially, of course, like James, David. We were like witnessing how Polycast has been building the product, and today Pauline going to be interviewing and giving us all the insights, like out of your experience. I will be off the stage now, so that Pauline, please take over the stage, and everyone, please enjoy the session.
All right, let's do it. Thanks, Amji. So again, I'm back. I've been here a few times now. So basically, the goal of the session is for everyone that is listening or anyone in the audience that is a developer or is a founder or builder or someone who is interested and curious about knowing how the whole process goes from okay, I can code or I can be a helper, like I can help build a project. And how do I get from there? Like how can that possibly lead to something where you have a bigger project later? How do you go to market? What kind of obstacle you should probably be expecting? So this is all the things we're going to discuss today. And of course, as usual, you can ask anything in the chat, like any sorts of question. We'll try to answer them. I think Omji will also try if we miss any. But yeah, that's basically how it's going to go. So it's a very casual conversation. So hi, James and David. We're going to start. Maybe you could introduce yourself and tell us what you do at Polycast.
Sure. I'm James, the founder of Polycast, and we build cross-chain prediction market using custom tokens like meme coins or any favorite tokens that you like from any chains with the help of the wormhole. So,
what is your role? You're the founder, but like, what do you do? Okay, you and
okay.
or you're.
I'm not really dev-based, but more of the project manager background. So I had an idea, and then I met David over in Vietnam Super Team Solana. So we formed a team. We met a dev out there. So we are a bit of multinational team. So it's the beauty of Web3. Even though if you don't know any coding, it doesn't matter. If you have idea with the wormhole, you can definitely build a cool product like us with the help of the wormhole.
Nice. David?
Hello everyone, nice to meet you today. I'm David. So I met Jeremy like 6 months ago in Vietnam when he went to Vietnam to looking for core team members. So after a month working together, and I was very buying his idea about because he had many experience in prediction markets, and my background I was in DeFi from 2021. So yeah, we just combine together and shape everything together from just an idea till now. Yeah, and after Wormhole Sigma, I think it's got very fun, and we got many more connection and more helpful till now. So yeah, I have better position, so just keep building again.
Very nice. Okay, so we're going to discuss all of this because we've spoken about Wormhole Sigma, what are the super team. So also it's important for the audience that, you know, this is what we do in Web3. We use a lot of words and we just assume that everybody know what they are. So before we do that, because this is something I really I find interesting, usually when we do, or when I go to Twitter Space or when I host Twitter Space, I usually ask where the people come from, because in crypto and in Web3 in general, everybody has such a diverse background, right? Like it's probably very little industry in the world that can actually say the people around here, like they're not just like from one type of industry, which is something you will see in a more traditional settings. I found that in Web3, the spectrum of the people where they're coming from and what they used to do before getting into so in your case like DeFi or building, like it's always so interesting. So please give us a quick explanation. What did you do before being in crypto?
Okay, so what I did before in the crypto, right? Before
Not
doing
necessarily in the crypto. I mean, you yeah. What
I did. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, cool. Yeah, funny thing is, I actually studied hotel management, so I've been working at Hilton in New Zealand just for like 3 years, and then I had to go to military service in Korea. That's what we do in Korea, you know. Yeah, and then it was like 2019, so and all the crypto stuff was booming in Korea, kind of thing. And then I got offered from a Korean Web3 project. They were doing some kind of prediction market when the Augur was doing at the very OG stage. So, but that didn't go very well, but that's still where I learned. But my background wasn't in the crypto, but I just got into, like everyone else, by a coincidence, but got to know, and then just coming along. And now I was in the Solana, then I met the Wormhole, and then now here we are.
That is I'm telling you, like you never know where the people what was their background before. So David, what about you? Like did you work anywhere else in a different industry before? Can you hear us, David? I think you muted. I'm not sure you can hear us.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. So everything started in 2019. So I opened my first Apple store in Vietnam. So it's just kind of like I buy everything from overseas, and then I sell in Vietnam for Vietnam people because they are very like Apple device secondhand. And then I have like more than 200 devices in my house, and then I asking myself, so what should I do to earn more money from this phone? Yeah, so I learned about MMO, make money online, and till the COVID-19, we got locked down in 2 months, and I have no revenue to pay for bills, everything. So that's the time I jump in the crypto, and I'm looking for right at time the GameFi is super hot, so I have many phones, and I just download the game free to play, and I earn a lot to pay the bills. And then after that, because the business is very hard for me, so I just close everything, and then I deep dive in crypto, and because I earn quick money, but then I don't know exactly about it. So that's why I just skip everything, and then I learn again about DeFi, finance, and blockchain something, and trading. Yeah, till 2024, and then I have a chance to build, because I failed in my first project. I lost money, and then I just looking for founder to learn and build together. And in August 2024, I met James. Yeah, and I just follow him idea, and then we meet Wormhole, we meet Solana, and right now here.
That's very nice. And also it's like I think it's often there's a lot of story that come from of course from the COVID stage, because everybody had had a very different way to react. And often crypto, it was the same for me. I got into the space just before COVID. And so I think it's always an interesting story to hear. Okay, so now you are so you're the founder. David, you're not a dev in the team, right? You are more on the business side.
Yeah, I'm on
Correct.
business
Okay.
and finance.
Yes. So I think there's a lot of questions that will come. Basically, if we start from the beginning, so you guys meet and then you have this idea. How did you? Okay, what is your first thought? First, you decide to get together and to build something by yourself, or do you straight away go for a hackathon where you think you can get maybe some bounty out of it? What was the thought process initially? Maybe James, you can start.
Sure. Yeah, of course, I was not a really technical background, but the thing is, coding and then understanding a core technical side is the one that we can do, because I can't code, but I understand how this protocol works, because it just need a bit of research. Because before, I always thought that it's the contract, it's coding side, I don't know anything, maybe I just ask the dev whatever they want to do. But now I just try to learn not the code, but just why SVM is better than EVM, or how the wormhole settlement works, because I don't need to understand all the guardians and intents behind it, but I just need to know what it actually does and what sort of stuff that we need. So if we have those core idea understanding as a founder, then it's much easier to talk with the dev, and I can even framework the process like, I want this feature, but can you use settlement, or can you use CCTP? Even though I don't know how to code that, how they work perfectly, but I just see that the function, the CCTP, or it just moves all the USDC from the chain to chain really quick. Okay, I need that for my prediction. EVM guys coming to Solana, so I just ask the dev, this is the framework that I think I want to use CCTP. What do you think? Like, those approaches really helpful, but it just need just one step to the understanding those dev side, but not in the code, but more of that core aspect and what it actually does things. So I hope that can answer.
I agree with it, and I think it's why usually you sit in a lot of projects, because we're going to talk about the Sigma hackathon and now the Sigma build, where you were part of as well, like as an incubator. And something that is very important when people get together as a team, and it's often what we also judge in not necessarily in a hackathon maybe, but if we want to know if a project has somehow a good, and this is what VC will look at as well, they look at the team, right? It's very important that everybody is very clear on their skills, obviously, because if you have a huge lack of one skills, you need to address it. But also, I found very difficult when the founder is absolutely not technical. It makes it very difficult for one single reason, is that you need to actually, as you said, you need to be able to word your need and your, like, the feature, to actually be able to say, this feature exists in the competitor are using this feature, and I understand it works like this and like that. Can we just reproduce this? Or like, it's very important for the founder to be able, if you are not the technical person, to at least be able to break it down to the developer, because a lot of developers do not have that skills to communicate it at a high level. So there's really like two levels that when they don't meet, they misunderstand each other, and this really costs you a project, like entirely. That is for sure. So I think it's really well explained the way you said it. David, what would you say, for instance, that when you mentioned that in Vietnam you met James, but like you were also part of the Solana, you did a Solana hackathon, right? Or what we call super team. For the people who don't know, just a brief note, for the people who don't know, Wormhole was initially the first bridge between Ethereum and Solana. So we're also very close to a lot of super team, and super team, they are community-led developer community, or not just developer, but community-led project for Solana in any country. Whoever wants to do it can drive this initiative. So you met the super team, and so from there, how did you end up in the Sigma hackathon?
Okay. Before PolyQuest, I tried to start my first project with my friends, and then I lose because we have no how to say people who guide us. We just spend money and we do everything that we think is true, but actually it's just we think. It's not how market work. So after that, I have a very often time. So I look forward around, and then I know, so this is super team, and they have in Vietnam too. That's I never know about it before, and then I just go to super team and I ask for help, like say, hey everyone, I really want to build something, but I don't know how to start, and how to going. So they just connect people around. They have some workshop, and they have some coffee time to meet together. And I meet Jim right there. And then when we meet together, we just talk, like Jim talk about the prediction. Some developer in some team talk about technical, and I talk about DeFi. So we just talk and we sharing together. And then Super Team Vietnam, they say about Wormhole Sigma have the program. You should join, because they told us you should join because I think your team has very good idea. Just try it. So we just deep dive and we read everything, documentations, and then I just start everything with questions and then curious. I ask everyone like why to do it, how can you do it, and how can you do that, and they explain to us. And then we just combine together to share with them.
And I think it's also very important for anyone who is a builder, because something you said at the beginning is very true, because I have judged a lot of hackathon. Like now I have seen hundreds of projects, and Elmji that is in the call would probably have seen a lot more than me. The fact that some people build something they believe is useful to them or that makes sense to them do not guarantee you that it is actually, there is maybe no market fit for it. It doesn't mean that because the majority of people don't understand it, like it doesn't mean that it's a bad idea. But if it is very obvious to you, but you cannot find other user they think they're useful, it's something we see all the time with not just hackathon people, like founder as well. They have a very hard time to pivot from an idea that they are really attached to, but there is a market out there. And sometimes even me, I was more a technical person rather than a business person. So it's a bit different for me, but I have seen a lot of business people just not letting go because they are convinced. But sometimes maybe you can explain if you guys have pivoted or if you had those discussions. But sometimes I found that the most important is to first talk to your user or talk to other people if they see a need. And also when you start to get feedback that it is, not that it is not good, because that's not a good feedback, but sometimes you get feedback that maybe is not something that we need. You just pivot in a way, because if it's not needed, nobody's going to go. Like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, how do you navigate this with PolyQuest in general, or with other projects that you've been in? Have you seen this behavior a lot? Or
Yeah, because I see a lot of like builders, they have really cool features, cool ideas, but it's like, for us, same like beginning, we were like so kept with our own ideas only, because we think, okay, it's gonna change it, it's gonna work, kind of thing. But the reality is, what the market wants is really, they move really fast. Trends are changing super quick. Even with the prediction, there's coming with the opinion markets coming in. There's a whole new stuff are coming in as well. So it's really important that to read if you are building an EVM, you need to understand your chain's need, community's need, those trends, and also follow their Twitters, what the chains are focusing right now. I also read a lot of Wormholes posting what they're focusing right now, what's their main goal. So after that, you need to pivot your idea a little bit to the trends, or if you want to build one more related cross-chain product, you have to look at what Wormhole is pushing right now, like the settlements or the other stuff that they are pushing. They are looking for more stable coins coming in, payments. Okay, if my idea is totally different from that, it's okay, but maybe there's a gap between. I can pivot a little bit to follow and just keep up with the trend and keep up with the latest tech that Wormhole is offering. So those things will give more higher chance of your product. So I think it's more of study on the ecosystem is really key. Of course, you know your product well, but you need to know the other ecosystems product really well. What's their focus? What's the trend? What the community wants, and be able to pivot a little bit with your core idea.
Yeah, 100%. I think this is something we don't often talk about enough, because some people think, but a few years ago, you had a lot of chain who will generously give you a lot of money just to build on their chain, right? Like, it was the way we thought was gonna be attractive for builder to come. Okay, I'll give you a lot of money, you build on my chain. The problem is this is what you mentioned, is that there is an ecosystem, right? Like, a lot of people come to Wormhole because they have this initial added value that they are very strong in the Solana ecosystem. If you're not interested at any point to transfer your liquidity in and out of Solana, you don't go to Wormhole. And I think this is also something that in Web3 is very important, like the partnership, the brand name association, like the mind share, the people you are partnering with is very, very important. So that is, so it will lead to my next question. Let's say, so you got into the Sigma hackathon. So for everybody else, the Sigma hackathon was organized a few months back, so last year. And what we did is that we thought of it as it was a big pipeline, in the sense that the hackathon was going to be the beginning. So we wanted to attract a lot of builders. But out of this hackathon, we were going to extract a few of them. So we were not like looking for a big amount of people. We wanted to find people like PolyQuest, and it's been other teams that also have been amazing. And so we were looking for a bunch of team who were somehow ready to get to the next step. Like, so not just like getting money for bounty and winning something and building something else. We were looking for something. We were here for the longer game, basically. How did you? So you found about Sigma, and then you had a few weeks to build something, right? How did you organize yourself? Like, did you have a team? Was the idea settle? Like, did you pivot during the hackathon? How did that work?
We actually pivot a little because we didn't think about the cross chain at all because we were like really buying in those last year's meme coin cycle. So our focus was in the let's run the prediction with the custom tokens, So, but we found out you guys doing the first hackathon, and it was really supported by the foundation. Sui was in there too. A lot of like sponsors were there. It was kind of big thing to the because previous it was the Colosseum, and then just right after it was Sigma. So our team was tired a bit, but okay. I just put them in. I actually submitted like 20 minutes before the submission, actually. So I just recorded my demos just 1 hour before submission. And in the video, I look super tired, kind of thing. But we actually pivoted, and because during the hackathon, I read about the wormhole, their stuff, and in the wormhole, the explorer or the scan. Actually, I could see the lot of liquidity moving in, the lot of messages, because it's not because there's a lot of like 0 layers kind of thing. People are doing it, but it's really hard to know is it actually working, or all the foundation just put the liquidity in it and we say, oh, it's big kind of thing. But with the Wormhole, I could see there's definitely the movements between the Ethereum, Sui, and then the Solana at the time. Like those 3 chains were moving really quick. So then I thought, okay, if I build on here, then our prediction can tap into those like really big liquidity that's actually moving, because those warmer users were actively using Solana from the Sui to the Ethereum, and then whenever Base is doing something, the people just go into the Base. Sui is doing air dropping, they just move to the Sui. Then I thought, oh, okay, and then it's cool to build stuff. So, but actually, it didn't took a lot of time because all the documentation was there and all the help from the DevRels and everything that we got was fantastic. It's just a matter of how we're gonna integrate into our current the contract kind of thing, because we had MVP ready just for the Colosseum, and then we were trying to add the cross-chain part. But I think it's more of decision making as a founder. Do I really want the cross-chain features as a core product? Because once you try to implement it, it's gonna be your core anyway. It's gonna stuck in your core contract without a not. So there's no like sort of turning back kind of thing. So it's more of decision making, because all the resources out there with the Wormhole. If you believe in Wormhole, and if you think the cross-chain is the key part of your product, which is right, because the market is really fast, you need to, because I just believe in the cross-chain, because for the users, I just think they don't really need to understand the blockchain. They just need to tap into everywhere. So if you buy in, and then the Sigma, everything was clear, and then you just have to believe in your product, that if you really need it or not. So that was the whole core thing, and all the supports are there. So it wasn't really hard to pivot for us to just tap into the Wormhole. That was the experience.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. And David, what would you say? So okay, you finished the hackathon. Okay, you're exhausted. You're like, oh my god, how are we gonna? Okay. And then with the team you had, so it was like you, James, who else was part of the team? You had, who were the dev?
Okay. So in Sigma, actually, we have tested like more than 5 devs. I mean, we have many phases. So in the beginning phase, we had like 2. As I remember, it's 3 devs, right, James? So 1 full stack, 1 smart contract, and 1 for from ends. And then we work together like in 3 months, and so we have another vision. I mean, first 3 months is for testing, and then after that, then we change a little bit. But actually, we still keep smart contract man, and we change to another team. And yeah, I think how to say we need to have the same visions and the
Yeah.
same character, because we really don't look for just like someone they just look for one bull market. I mean, one duration like in 1 quarter. But actually, we aim for like years. I mean, yeah, it sounds like very long, but I mean, money. I did research in money project before. They take like 3 to 4 years. Even the biggest prediction in Polymarket. Actually, they built from 2020, but in 2024, people start know about them. So yeah, it's very hard to look forward core team member. Yeah, but yeah, right now after 6 months, everything just shipped till now.
So
Yeah.
just to explain people, like the Sigma hackathon has ended, and then you get selected, right? Because we thought the project were good. So you part of, and then you get offered the idea that you're gonna be part of an incubator, like what we call the sort of like a Sigma build. So basically, the way it works is that it's not made for short term. So you will not get just like plain money like this. It was milestone based. What did you think about this idea to first having something that has milestone? So for and just to be clear, you guys made the copy. So you gave your idea about what the app is going to be about and what kind of milestone you're going to have and what, so it's very thoroughly thought through, okay? But we also review this, and then we kind of decide whether we align or not. And based on that, after each milestone is completed, then you get some money and so on. So first, what did you think about the milestone? What do you think is a good thing, a bad thing? And how hard was it for you at this point in time to maybe come up with the idea of the milestone? And I know there's a lot of technical requirement in those milestones. Maybe for the developer, they are listening to us, like, how did you make that as accurate as possible? Because it's difficult, I know. So yeah, if you could tell us a bit about that moment.
Yeah, sure. Because I think more hackathons are leaning towards into those milestone based. Yeah. I think it's the movement to avoid. Actually, there's a lot of hackathon farmers out there, but it's supposed to bring a lot of they are bringing a lot of monies to find a really good product and builders and contribute to the ecosystem. That's the whole idea behind the hackathon. So. But the good thing with the Wormhole was that your first payment is actually get paid once you win something, because it's by participating and build something for the hackathon is part of your milestone, and that amount was pretty big without completing the rest of it. So it gives you the motivation for sure, because a lot of like builders complaining about, it's a milestone, we don't get money, but actually Sigma give you fair amount of money to start building. But for the rest of milestone, yes, there is a lot of technical requirements, but the foundation is out there to negotiate with you and talk with you. We are still talking with the foundation. We are still learning, because it's a more of a learning process and negotiating between it, but don't be scared. They will help you for sure, because we did it as well, because both David and myself is not really technical behind, but all the milestone to setting up those negotiating, the foundation will help you everything. Miss Paul will help you a lot too. So getting to the milestone wasn't that hard. I think it's really good because while you actually build with those milestones, you find that, oh, this feature might need to be changed, or you might think, oh, I just need to add more of those. Because actually during milestone, I added a lot of features actually, but those things like changes will come, but the foundation is very flexible. So whether if the reason behind this everything is okay, then you can change, you can put less or you can put more, you can adjust more into it. So make sure that your team will get through the milestone. So actually, once you finish milestone and you get paid, then the amount of stuff is not just getting paid, but actually your product is on the next stage. So it's the next level. And then you can think of another go-to-market strategy, or you can think of other sort of the partnership with the other products kind of things can coming along, like with us, like us as well. Because I just met those Citria guys who does the Bitcoin stuff, because we never thought of Bitcoin stuff, but now we are trying to implement the settlements and kind of things. So now we can just bring any EVMs, so we're really easy. So we are thinking of integrating BTC now. So we are having meeting those integration. Yeah, those things with the completing the milestone, it actually upgrades your products a lot. It's not about that the foundation, oh, we just don't want to pay you, we just will pay in moments, but they just help you to build your product to the actual production level, and it levels up your product. So I think that's the whole idea behind those milestone based and those Sigma builders coming along. So just long story short is Sigma is there to just make the milestone is there to make your product stronger and make more market fit and just get ready for the battle, I think.
Yes, and I think one of the reason of the milestone as well is that it goes both way, right? I think a lot of founders, they have a clear idea in their head, right? Like, but whatever is in your head is not necessarily on the application, like, and it's not necessarily something that should be there. And I found that in the exercise that they have to be very granular. Okay, why is this feature here? Do you need this amount of time? Sometimes people overestimate how fast they can build something. Sometimes they do it the other way around. And I think there is only one way to learn this. And this is what the real world in software development does. Like, it's no, like it's only in Web3 that people deploy on mainnet on the day of launch with no test before. Like in the real world, if you work in any sorts of software development before, everything would be like this, like very task-based and tracked and everything. So I think for us, it was also not only to make the product good, but also to make the founder more aware. You have to be aware of how much time you need, how much of your developer you can ask for, because that is an MVP, but is that feature really needed? Does the market want it? As people have built that feature 20 times already, and all of this is very difficult for a foundation like us to argue about it if it's not written, right? Like if it's not a step-by-step milestone. So I think some team found it very difficult because also all team not everybody is the same. Some are like only engineer, for instance. So they might not have a business person in the team. So they needed a complete different help than you guys, for instance. You guys did not need this like idea of what is a product market fit, like who are your users and so on. But if you take a team of 5 engineers building something, they're gonna have to figure this out themselves, or they're gonna have to bring someone externally. And it's also part of being like a founder to make that kind of move. So I think the milestone was also there for that. And I think we're going to do one more question. Maybe David, you can take it. So tell us a bit where you are now. Like, so I know you guys just represented Wormhole in Korea recently, but tell us a bit like where is PolyQuest today, and what is basically the next step for you guys? What do you really want to do?
Okay, so the first question is where PolyQuest today, right? So for me and for James, we keep support work. For me, I support Wormhole Vietnam, and James just support Wormhole Korea, and he just fly to Japan today to support Wormhole Japan. And about the project phase, we are upgrading very very big mechanism. Like before, PolyQuest just basic prediction for the platform is us and the users. So there are only two positions coming to the platform. But after our next updating, we're opening for more, like for creator on Solana or on EVM chain. Everyone can be a creator and they can create every topic. And we invite a liquidity provider and some speculate coming to our platform. So it will be more like DeFi. So it will be the first cross-chain prediction with DeFi things in the market right now, because there's no, I did lots of research and there are no project doing this right now. So we aim to ship it in the mid of next month, and we plan to join more crypto event in like Solana Summit in June, and one more in Istanbul to invite more people come in and just chill, just sit with us. Yeah, so that's the next plan. I mean, in the near future. And yeah, after we got like we aim to have 10,000 organic users. So after we got that milestone, we will go to the next. And I mean, I can say about it later. Right now, targeting the organic 10,000 on multi-chains. Yeah,
it's good. Anything you want to add, James? What is the
cool. So what we're actually targeting is as David says, the creators. So we are pushing more creator features from the UI UX point of view with the new Launchpad stuff as well. And we are bringing the settlement, because we are actually completing the second milestone before the last one, because currently we have SysTP integrated plus with the basic messaging crossing. But I think with the settlement, it will be much easier, and it will actually boost the speed because it's more of user experience into it. So that's our sort of next focus. So the creator plus the settlements will be kicked in. Once it's in, we will just test it more, and we will invite more people to test and bring more people, and just trying to participate in more events like Accelerate in New York next month. I will be flying out there too. So I just met the Solana builders in Tokyo. I just flew from the Seoul. Just meeting there, sharing the idea. They also have a lot of ideas on the cross chain as well. So we are just bringing our presence into more really cross chain focused, because we are differentiating our product with the cross chain as the main feature, along with the custom token as well. So that's our focus, and we are just trying to meet more people's creators and builders out there. Before we were just building it, but now we are trying to speak with the other builders and bring more creators in it.
Yeah, I think that's a very organic way to grow. Maybe when you're not yet a builder, there is that much not as much connected as when you literally get a push from a big project like Wormhole. You get to hang out on more events, and then therefore it leads you to talk to more ecosystem and so on and so on. So it's like it takes time. I think for a lot of people out there, they need to understand that it takes a lot of time. And it's a lot of effort, and it's not like nothing happened overnight. Like even when you see those protocols, they like suddenly go live and go crazy. You have to remember that these guys have been building for a long time before. Like it's not something that just came out, because it seems sometimes for the user that it's something that just came out, but there's a lot of work behind it. So so thank you very much for that, guys. I think we have a few questions. Okay, so you answer yes. Like there was 2 questions. As a founder with not a technical background, how do you work on your technical understanding to make sure you're up to date when you build your product? So I think that you can maybe both of you can answer, because you both not.
Oh yeah. The quickest way is, I don't know if you are building on Solana. Those people building on Solana, or they are building on EVMs?
EVM mostly, I think, but
Okay. Yeah. So
it's for everyone. It's educated.
yeah, like for me, I just searched through all the hackathons really recently going, because there's a lot of successful products or infra level products. They are looking for builders who's contribute to their successful products. So and they're sort of sponsoring those because they're on a trend, their products being verified, they have users kind of thing. So I just search through those hackathons and look what the sponsors techs are. I don't really need to understand the codings or whatever tech behind, but just core idea that what their product is trying to solve. So that's where I just get the new technologies or the trends that being happening on that chain. So and then I just ask myself, oh, can I implement those? If I were to participate in that hackathon, is it really valid, or what sort of stuff they are offering? So those sort of learning process is really, I think it's a good way for non-tech behind people to learn about the market and the idea behind the tech, because that's where all the new stuff and a good project are sponsoring the hackathon.
That's good. And for you, last one, David, like what was the biggest, also from hotel management, but what was the biggest challenge for you for transiting basically from having a store into like learning DeFi, but like during COVID? So there was not that many options out there. Like the only access, thank goodness, we still had internet, but the only basically educative resource you could get was online, right? Like you could not go out there and start to like this. That's crypto. Crypto has everything online, right? So how was it like from the moment you realized that you could not go on with your shop and then you decided to take the jump? What was were you worried?
Okay.
Like,
okay, thank you, sir. Okay, at that time, the one thing make motivation for me is I'm thinking about market cap. I mean the market size, because when I start I still in Web2 traditional, so my store only serve for only citizen in the city. So it's not really big. It can expand more. So I'm thinking about when I join crypto. So I meet a lot of people. I meet many crazy idea, and I mean the world's bigger, so I can discover a lot. And after a time, and then I realized there's 2 things I need to always follow. The first is problem solving, because market always have problem. Every market, traditional, Web3 or everything. So who can solve it will get reward and will get support from a lot of people. And the second is balance the position. So how to say, we cannot live with only dream. We need to active. We need to make it become real. So when I meet someone, I always want to bring value for them. So what can I have them? What are they looking for? And what they expect to receive? And then I just find more resources together to support together. So I mean, there's the more motivation than the challenge.
Yeah.
So I should give it.
I think that's good. So in the end, I mean, for both of you, in the end, it was worth it, right? The journey was definitely worth it.
Yes,
Okay.
it's more than money. It's
Okay.
more than, yes.
That's good. That's good to hear. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, everyone who's been listening. Maybe you guys can drop the in the chat. You can drop the link for if they want to check out PolyQuest, or I'm not sure. What or whatever you want to drop on PolyQuest in the chat so they can have a quick access. And then, of course, through Encode, we can drop the link for the Sigma build. And regarding the education, we just got the Dev Arena, so you can all go on Wormhole website and you can start learning about Wormhole with the Dev Arena. Yes, Amji, you want to take the floor?
So very exciting session. So everyone who tuned in, also who's gonna watch recording afterwards, please just Polycast team share their Twitter, give a follow, and also if you have further questions, like please come back to that. And also this education series is going to be concluding with this last session, and after that we have like several Wormhole initiative keep coming up, so stay tuned. What's coming next, we're gonna have like announcement very, very soon. And thank you for James, David, and Pauline, and I am looking forward to see Polycast how what's your next steps, and how to say it, like looking for the time you come back and giving a technical workshop for builders building on Polycast. That's the ultimate circle of life. So everyone, thank you for joining us today, and everyone, see you later.
See ya.
Yes,
Bye.
thanks so much.
See you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.